I should have listened to my mother. I always rolled my eyes when she spoke of the unseen, warning me about the grudges that the spirit world held against the ungrateful. I was a rational woman, after all, raised in the city, educated, and far too mature to entertain such foolish superstitions. That was until the camping trip we took last fall, the one that changed everything. There I was, a single mother out to prove my independence, setting up camp in the heart of the dense woods. My daughter Lily, barely 7, danced among the amber hues of autumn leaves, her laughter a melody that softened my often too harsh world. We were adventurers, escaping the limitations of our tiny, cramped apartment and my overbearing mother. The first night was perfect. We roasted marshmallows over a campfire. I told Lily funny stories of when I was a kid and ignored the faint whispers in the wind, dismissing them as nothing more than the rustling leaves. But as the sky darkened to an inky blackness, those whispers seemed to grow louder, as if murmuring with displeasure. Lily, tired from the day's explorations, nestled into the sleeping bag inside our tent, her eyes fluttering closed instantly. I, on the other hand, found sleep elusive. Rustling from the surrounding forest, shadows seeming to move just beyond the firelight's reach, and that incessant, unintelligible whispering disturbed my uneasy rest. By the second day, my nerves were raw from lack of sleep, though I put on a brave face for Lily's sake. We spent the morning hiking. It was on our way back to camp, the sun hanging lazily low in the sky, that we came across a strange sight. An old gnarled tree, its branches barren even among its more vibrant counterparts. Lily, enthralled, approached it, her hand outstretched to touch the rough bark when I snapped more harshly than I intended. "Don't touch that, Lily. It's dirty." The words left a simmering silence between us for a moment. Lily's hurt eyes stared up at me, and in them, I swore I saw a shadow flicker. That night, as the cold gnawed at us despite the campfire, Lily asked me if we could go home. There was fear, a panic in her voice that I had yet to hear, and it unnerved me. But in my pride, I said no, insisting we would stay until the weekend was over. Again came the whispers, now clearer, speaking a name repeatedly with venom I couldn't understand, a name that sounded eerily like Lily. The fire spat and hissed, a log collapsing and sending a plume of ember and ash into the air. I felt eyes upon me, a weight in the darkness pressing against the edges of the dim campfire light. Lily was trembling. I had taken her coat to use as a cushion beneath me, and was about to give it back when a sudden gust scattered the flames, immersing us into pitch darkness. "Lily!" I screamed, reaching out for her, but my hands grasped cool air. She was gone. Panic consumed me, and I called out to her again and again as I fumbled for the flashlight. Distant laughter, not her sweet sound, but something darker, echoed through the trees. I stumbled from the campsite, flashlight beam lurching crazily between tree trunks, my every step dogged by rustling leaves, although there was no breeze. "Lily!" My voice cracked with horror, tearing the silent shroud of the night. I should have been careful with my words, with my feelings. For as I searched, breathless and desperate, I came upon the barren tree. Paused in the maddening search, I whispered apologies to my mother, to the unseen spirits I had mocked, and begged whatever had taken notice of my ingratitude to return my child. Then the whispers ceased, replaced by a single clear voice that spoke my truth. "Ungrateful are those who do not treasure the warmth given to them, who share not their coats in the chill of night, who see not the love and warnings of those who came before them." The voice was as ancient as the land itself, chastising me, revealing the hidden cost of my prideful independence. My heart pounding against my ribs, I pleaded for forgiveness, vowing to change my ways and show nothing but gratitude. And then I heard it, a soft whimper. "Lily." She lay curled at the base of the gnarled tree, her small body shaking with sobs. I ran to her, wrapping her with her coat in my arms, promising I would never forsake her warmth for my comfort again. We left the campsite at dawn, my resolve firm to listen and honor the teachings of my mother, to live in gratitude for what I had. There was magic in those whispered admonitions, and they followed us home, a quiet reminder that the spirits of the world demand respect, acknowledging the ties of family, warmth, and love. Upon our return, my mother looked relieved to see us, a knowing gaze reflected in her eyes that seemed to pierce right through me. From that day on, the mother I had once considered overbearing became my wise counsel. Gratitude, not ego, became the guidepost of my life, and the unnamed fears of the night stayed banished in the light of our reconciled hearts.